This turned out to be a really good story, so please listen to the end. So I was strung out on drugs, and really one of my best friends was this old crackhead man named Rodney. And he was like my safe house, was my second home, so I stayed there all the time. So this was at a really fucked up low point and moment in my life. Okay, I was really in the streets and I was real fucked up. And I came back to his house one day. That's where I stayed mainly at night. And he had this little bitty puppy, y'all, and it was the cutest little puppy I had ever seen. It wasn't even an inch big. I fuck with animals a long way. I need you to understand that I fuck with animals sometimes a lot harder than people. I had some really fucked up shit happen to me. We'll just say that a man did something to me, and I was really sad and shit. And I would go over there and lay with the dog and just pet that motherfucker. We bonded so much, right? We used to fuss to fight like brother and sister. He used to chew my clothes up that was over there, and we would fuss about it. But we had the best time. We've been through the storm together. There's times this dog has accidentally ate bags of meth, and I've looked out the windows with it and helped it get itself back together. We was going through it together. Then the dog moved to this horrible house. I had went to jail, okay? But Rodney was with the dog. They just moved somewhere bad. I had to do like 90 days in the Anderson County jail. And while I was in the jail, my daddy and Rodney became friends. And the dog kept coming over to my mama's house to spend the night and stuff. I would call, and Daniel, that's the dog, he would be there for like days and stuff. So he became best friends with my family too. And he bite everybody but us. He think he all that, and he could just beat up anything. I was fucked up on drugs, and I stayed at my mama's house with my kids. At some point, I don't know how, but my daddy moved Rodney into our house. So Rodney and the dog moved into my mama's house. Rodney would go off for days, and we'd be there with the dog. He became best friends with my kids. He became best friends with my other dog. Okay, he became part of our family. We just say somebody. We're not gonna say who it was. And me wigged the fuck out on Rodney, all right, because of the drugs, and he had to move. He would take the dog, but then he would bring the dog back. Or then my mama said, you don't need to take that dog until you have a nice house for it. So we took Daniel away from him. He would come back and visit him, but that dog literally felt abandoned. I literally seen tears drop from that little dog eyes. Okay, he was still a little puppy at this point. I mean, he was kind of grown, but still a puppy. Okay, so then he lived at my mama's house, and so me and this dog became best friends in the world. Okay, when I was sad, I turned to this dog. No matter what, I turned to this dog. This dog been through the storm with me. So then my ass went to prison. I literally used to call from the phone from prison in the county jail and make them put the dog on the phone so I could talk to him. So I got out of prison. I got sober. I was doing good. All right, I done made it out the trap. Guess what? The dog made it out the trap with me. We started at the drug house, baby. We made it together. He was like a brother to my kids. He was family with my whole entire family. We slept in the bed every night, and we woke up every day and cuddled. Yesterday, I was outside cleaning the swimming pool when I heard motherfuckers screaming inside my house. I thought somebody done got into a fight. I heard my son screaming. He came run outside and said, Daniel got ran over. Papa ran Daniel. Y'all, I went fucking crazy. I started screaming, is he dead? And he was like, he's dead. Okay, so I started screaming at the top of my lungs. Y'all, I started screaming and running down the fucking road. I hyperventilated and I fell on the ground and just started screaming and crying. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I did that over my fucking dog. I loved it more than anything in this fucking world. So y'all, when my daddy ran him over, he flipped out and he ran inside. My son had to go out there and man up and get him out the road. So he was in a little bag, y'all. I walked up there and looked in the bag, and there was my little baby. He looked like a little teddy bear. I would have fucking chose this dog over most people. The only time I ever remember screaming like that when somebody died is when my son died, y'all. And I know there's not no comparison, but I feel like a big chunk of my heart has been ripped the fuck out. Okay, I'm really upset. So I wasn't gonna go to work. Me and Isaiah went to work, so we wouldn't sit here and cry all fucking day. We just held each other. And I know men not supposed to cry, but me and my son held each other and we cried about this dog. Okay, I don't give a fuck. My other son's not here. I call him screaming at the top of my lungs, and I know I traumatized his ass. I went to work, okay, and the whole time I was in work, I was just like zoning out, about to cry. I wasn't in it, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to God, mad at him because the dog passed away, and this woman come up to the drive-thru. She was like, can you give me some extra butter and sour cream because my house burnt down and we don't have anything? So I got her some butter and some sour cream and some sauces and some silverware and just random stuff. I hope I don't get fired for this. It wasn't a lot. It's something we would normally give to people. Okay, and put it in her bag, and I told her I'll put you some extra silverware and stuff in there too that you might want to use. What's your name so I can pray for you and about your situation? Y'all, this lady told me her name and she just started crying, and she was like, God, you're such a blessing. You don't know how much this means to me. So I decided that every time that someone came through the drive-thru, if it was something about them that I liked or if they seemed cool, that I was gonna compliment them. So like people would come by and I'd be like, girl, your eyebrows is on point, your eyelashes is cute, honey, you look so good today. I was like, I like your outfit. I just complimented everybody, okay? And it was slowly taking my sadness away. Even though I was still fucked up, I was spreading love, because that's what my little doggy was to me. He was love. He was everything that love was, okay? So I decided that he would want me to spread love. Even though he bit everybody, he loved us. He would want me to spread love. So that's what I did. I came back, I went to sleep, I woke up this morning, I was fucked up, but I'm gonna continue to spread love today. So R.I.P. little Daniel, I love you and I miss you forever. You'll always hold a piece of my heart. And just remember that I love every motherfucker that everybody hate and free my people hope.